Hi guys, it's Will and we will be doing a Will You League math video. So this is a math video on League of Legends that does some math on HomeGuard boots, so you guys don't have to. Maybe this guys will provide you some insight on the efficiency of HomeGuard boots and whether they are cost efficient or not. Now, on average, they cost roughly 450, which is quite a deal of gold. With the upcoming, I would say, nerf to the crystalline flask, raising the price up to, I would say, I can't remember exactly, but it's like 335. You could buy quite a deal of other stuff, such as a crystalline flask and many pots, or many other items with 450 gold. So the question is whether or not HomeGuard boots are cost efficient. If you see some professional streams such as Dyrus, and I know he's not a professional, but Athene on YouTube, they both buy HomeGuard boots as well as many others. They buy HomeGuard boots quite early on, and the reasons range from the teleport HomeGuard attack, or gank you might call it, which pretty much gives 200% move speed, and a pretty much tele gank, where you can kinda pretty much gank at twice your movement speed, and on top of that you get to your lanes faster. So we won't be focusing on the potentials of the tele gank HomeGuard thing, but we will take that into account just off to the side as a pro to these boots. We will be focusing on the math, however, for the pretty much the time you've saved by using the boots. Now let's just get into it. So there are, first off, quite a deal of varying move speeds for characters due to many different factors, such as move speed runes, different move speeds for many different champions. Then there are move speed abilities that some champions can burn for free while going back to lane, such as Ribbon or Garen with his Q, Ribbon with all her spells technically, and many other champions like Renekton's E, which will in fact change the amount of time it takes to get back to your lane. But taking all this into account, and all the other stuff like Janna's passive, which increases move speed, we will roughly just give you a general idea based on average math as to the amount of time saved by these boots. So let's just get into it. First off, let's just say on average with no boots it takes roughly 25 seconds to get to a lane. Now this may seem a little high. You guys were probably thinking, whoa dude, that's not what it takes. Well, believe it or not, it's a lot longer of a wait than you think. And with certain champions you could test this out yourself and then do the same math I'm about to explain if you find out the move speed or time it takes is different. But I'm saying with no boots whatsoever, not even tier 1, it will take 25 minutes. And this math is accurate because I'm measuring the only time you're going to have no boots is probably somewhere in the first 10 minutes. And because of that, you're probably level 1 and don't even have any abilities that will increase or decrease the time it takes to get to lane anyways. Like say you are Riven. Sure, if you got Q first level 1, maybe, just maybe, you will get to your lane faster. But yeah, let's just say it takes 25 seconds. And then for tier 1 boots, having bought them, let's say it takes 20 seconds. With tier 2, let's say it takes 15 seconds. And then with Home Guard boots tier 3, let's say it only takes 10 seconds to get to lane. Now let's get down to business. The first 10 minutes of your match, and from my observations, on average from watching other players play and me play myself on gameplays, on average it's roughly 2 to 4 recalls per 10 minutes. And true, sometimes it's a lot more, sometimes it's a lot less due to various factors such as ganks and other things. But on average, I would say, let's just put it at, let's just say 3 recalls per 10 minutes. If this were the case, let's break it down for you. In the first 10 minutes, let's just say it's not cost effective at all to buy HomeGuard boots. You might not even have the gold. Therefore, the first 10 minutes move speed to get back to your turret are granted, and there's nothing we can do to change it. So let's not even look at the first 10 minutes move speed. We won't take those into account. The next 10 minutes of the game, from the 10-minute mark to the 20-minute mark, you will have probably bought tier 2 boots. So let's not take that into account, because most people, it's just common sense not to buy HomeGuard boots right off the bat without buying anything else. So first 20 minutes of a game, we're not gonna worry about HomeGuard boots. Those won't be taken into account. Starting after the 20-minute mark is where you probably want to buy them, and this is where we will look at cost efficiency and whether or not it's worth it. So let's break it down for you guys, okay? Sorry for the long wait, but I had to explain everything. So starting at the 20-minute mark is usually when people buy HomeGuard boots. You don't want to rush it before, buying pots or wards or any of that other stuff in the first 10 to 20 minutes. So here we go. What we're gonna do is look at the move speed and the time wasted if one were to just stick with tier 2 boots or boots of fury or any other type, because those other boots, despite you buying them, will not give you they will not shave you off any time while walking back to your turret or wherever you're going. Oftentimes, if you go to a jungle, it may take just as long, if not longer. But this is the amount of time. Assuming a game on average lasts 40 minutes, you will have 20 more minutes of the game from the 20-minute mark. If that's the case, then for 20 minutes, this is the amount of time you will have wasted if you were to have just stayed with any other type of boots.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
So assuming we recall 3 times per 10 minutes, that's 6 times in the remaining 20 minutes of the game. Of those 6 times, it would take roughly 15 seconds to walk to your destination on average. So 6 times 15 is sorry, I'm doing this in my head. 6 times 15 is 90. That's 90 seconds wasted, which is roughly 130 minutes. But you have to remind yourself that HomeGuard boots are not instant. So with HomeGuard boots, assuming they only take maybe 10 seconds to get to your lane, 6 times 10, 60 seconds, you've saved 30 seconds. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to buy HomeGuard boots? Spending 450 gold for roughly 30 seconds of extra time, which you can spend CSing, which you can spend jungling, or whatever. Well, especially in high elo play, any bit of extra time you get CSing or anything is exceptionally vital. 30 seconds is actually a huge chunk of time in professional play. If you were to tell Counter Logic Gaming or Team Solomon, that they all had 30 seconds of extra time to CS before the game started, that would be a severe unfair advantage. Now, for those of you who are in lower elo, who aren't that good at CSing, this may not seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. However, there's still more math to do and more stuff to take into account. These boots are not free. They do cost 450 gold. So, in that time, will you be able to make up the CS and even more? So, the only way these boots are technically efficient are if, in fact, you can CS more than 450 gold in roughly 30 seconds. Now, I do have to note one more time that I'm rounding and taking out a lot of variables, such as certain champions' abilities to move places, which Dyrus does do, such as using Q to get to your turret quicker, and other things such as Janna passive. So, in effect, can you get more than 450 GP in 30 seconds? Short answer, no. But I'm gonna leave you guys off with just a little bit of math. Actually, no. No, you don't even have to do the math, guys. I mean, 450 gold is quite a few waves. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you guys want to, calculate the waves specifically, you can do that. You can look up the math yourself. There's a lot of videos on that. But it's already 10 minutes, guys. I don't want to drag this on further. It's really hard to CS over 450 gold in 10 minutes. Even with Dragon, okay? Even with Dragon and Baron, it's very hard to do. So, in effect, HomeGuard boots are not that worth it. They're not too worth it in my opinion. This is still a subjective question. But we still have to take into account other stuff, such as the potential of HomeGuard teleporting in, which might get you a gank and more gold. And therefore we'd have to take a look at, how much gold a kill gets you, and if that's really worth 450 gold on these boots. And when we look at the math, it honestly just doesn't look as glamorous as it might seem. So in effect, Athene on YouTube should not be rushing these boots, and that just might be one reason why he's not at Diamond League yet. Another reason is probably because he only plays Rise. He should really expand, his AP mids to many different AP mids. I feel it'd be a lot cooler to watch him on stream playing other characters, a lot more entertaining for viewers, and probably will help him get to Plat or Diamond much faster. But that's it for that, and I'll see you guys later, and subscribe if you liked it.